And everything we're taught as horseshoers says you can't do that. But they've dug a hole and there's someone waiting with a gun and this horse is going in it. So I got nothing to lose. So I start trimming on this horse's foot and I go back an inch and a quarter behind the white line, just trimming a little bit, checking it. And everyone didn't even want to watch. And the vet that was there told me I was crazy. But anyhow, we went back to there. The horse, no blood, no soft, no worse than he was. So we continued to do that. And long story short, 2 years later, this horse won national title at the Red Deer here at the Canadian National Quarter Horse Show. But I figured, well, I can't x-ray every time. I need some place to measure from. And I'd learned that the landmarks that we look on the outside of the foot can greatly distort in all kinds of directions and be very misleading. So there was a time when I would just measure from the heel bulbs forward. That was pretty good, but it wasn't as accurate as I maybe wanted. So I was aware of center of balance in a horse's foot. Some other people had talked about it and stuff. And we used to take a broom handle and stick it on their foot and duct tape it on there and kind of see if we could find that balance point. And it was not very accurate, but kind of. So I made this primitive tool that I could attach to poor Henry's foot. And I actually found a spot where he would balance, teeter back and forth. And so with x-rays, I measured from there to the tip of his coffin bone. And then that way, each time I trimmed him, I could find that balance point and I trimmed him to those measurements. And then that's how he continued to get better. And so we started doing this on other horses. Peak Veterinary out of Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan has been with me since the start of this whole thing. We have taken hundreds of x-rays over the last 10 years. They give me access to the clinic, the veterinarian when I need it to do research. None of this would be possible without their backing and help and whatever, and we still do research. But anyhow, a lame horse would come to the clinic, we'd x-ray and we'd figure out these measurements. And then after about a year or so of doing this, Dr. Goslin says to me, do you notice that distance is relatively the same when for all horses with relatively the same size of foot? If you follow me there, like a bigger foot,